Hello and welcome to episode 23 of my Timberborn Folktails Cliffside playthrough. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Glad to have you. Today, we are going to continue working on expanding our tree farm because we're in a bit of a log crisis. We're also going to continue finding jobs for bots to do. We're also in a plank crisis. Planks and logs are struggling. Gears are actually doing okay. With that in mind, I'm going to pause some of these excess gear workshops and maybe turn on just a few of the lumber mills, question mark. Let's see. We can replace this with bots. So we have bots without jobs. Just a few. Just a few. Let's see. Communities. Can this Forester be a bot? It already is. Interesting. How about the Tapper Shack? It's not a bot yet. Okay, we still have another empty bot spot. We got lots of books. We're going down on traded planks. Okay. Do we need to go ahead and build another wood workshop? That's possible. We're also going pretty low on catalyst still. So I think I might build another refinery. Yeah, let's do that. Make it bots and make it catalyst for now. All right. Everything else looks pretty okay. Still have a bot that needs a job though. So there we go. Question mark. All right. So let's figure out here where we're going to put. Let's see if we can build any more of these into. Doesn't look like we can. Okay. So that's just how it's going to be for now. I think we're gonna, since we're gonna grow this up, and that's gonna take up a lot of trees. I think I want to see how far away this is if this isn't connected to the zipline beam. 45 versus 18. Okay, it is a difference. Okay, it was 27. Okay, it's not terrible though. And that will allow us to have a little more freedom over here. So let's go ahead, see if that will allow us to build another train block. It does. Okay. So let me think here. Thinking's not my strong suit. Bear with me. Let's make these pillars a little bit taller, first of all. It's kind of to the point where bad tides don't even bother me. Droughts don't bother me. It's just something that happens now. Um, that needs to be a pillar. That's right. Okay, so at that level, that's when we would start building across them, I believe. But let's get some of this working. So we're gonna want zipline station. Hoping it could be right there, but right here should work just fine as well. We're also going to need a forester. Right there will work just fine. Then we need some lumberjacks. Oh, let's go down a few layers, get this scaffolding out of our visual space. I think those four would be good. Make this But we do need a way to get here. Unlike two ways, they can't just magically build there, right? But they can reach it from... Where are they reaching that from? I don't even see them. I don't know. They must have gone down here. It's the only thing I can think of. Regardless, it's fine. And then all we're going to do is connect up to here and then down to there. Let's make sure that we can do that. Line is obstructed. That's not going to work. We got to switch these. That makes sense. That does. We can't be here either. Actually, if we disconnect that, can we be there? Yes, I think that will be better in the long run. Let's see. Do I want to move where any of these are? Maybe. Yeah, I think that will look pretty decent like that. And then we could have lumberjack on each side. Okay, let's set this at high priority. We need to add connections here. And what is that obstructed by the forester too? It is. So maybe we move the forester. So maybe we just switch the forester into two of these lumberjacks. That way he's not in the way. See, that worked. But now this isn't. Okay, so let's have that connection going there and see if we can figure out a place that works. It says that works. What was the problem before? I don't know. Let's give it a try. I want that to be done high priority. And just for now, we're going to have that connected. Then we're going to delete some of that. We can have these be bots. As soon as I mark some of you for cutting, that error message is going to go away. Now remember, we don't want to cut these chestnuts or the maples. So something like that should work just fine. And then just the whole rest of this block. Why isn't this done yet? Missing planks. Okay, I accept. Wait! What's going on over here? Oh, it's a beaver bot that got destroyed. Okay, so our first bot broke down. That's the thing. We're at about 150 bots. Not too bad. What's going on here? Unable to get all required materials. We're missing maple syrup. It happens. How are we doing on chestnuts? We're doing really good on chestnuts. We might be able to switch some of these chestnut trees over to maple trees. In fact, let's go ahead and give that a try. Let's start with just that row of them. And we're going to unmark them for planting. And replace with maples. We needed the wood anyway. All right, yeah, so that's working just fine. Let's go ahead and delete that path. I do think that's going to be enough lumberjacks. And let's get these oaks planted. So our bots haven't stabilized at the final number that they're going to be because of the simple fact that we had some periods of time when our bot factories weren't running because they couldn't get the materials, like right now. So bots were getting older and closer to death while we're not cranking out new ones. that's fine. We can't empty the cattail flower. Do we have cattail flower over here anywhere? Let's see. Only 50 cat. This is the only storage for cattail flower? No. What level is our bakeries on? On this level, are none of these set to cattail flower? Wheat flour, cattail roots, paper. This also where our gristmill is, or gristmill is one lower. There's some gristmills. We got cattail roots. We got double cattail roots. That's the problem. This one up here, I probably meant for it to be cattail flower. Not gonna be any place to put those cattails though. Yeah, we don't need 3K cattails. Yeah, we need more than 60 cattail flour. Although we have cattail crackers maximized, so maybe we don't. I think it'd be nice though. Is this one tree done yet? So close. So close. I remember last episode we kind of went around finding every little spot we could for trees because we are in a wood and plank crisis. And look at our punch cards. They are tumbling down. We are losing punch cards. I don't want to say left and right because that would be inaccurate. But we're losing them fairly quickly. Let's go ahead and delete this lumber mill. We can just turn one of these other ones on instead. I think we're going to want another printing press here. The possibility we'll need another paper mill, but right now, printing press for the punch cards. Plenty of biofuel yet. Starting to go back up on catalyst. Okay. That can be worked probably by a bot. But we do have some vacancies for bots right now. It's probably because we can't be making more. Our population is probably going down. For the time being, we can turn off some of these. We can have these lumberjack flags easily be beavers. They don't even need to be beavers. They can be off, but just so we don't forget to turn them back on, I'm going to set them to normal beavers to free up some of those bots for those other jobs that we want them to be doing. There we go. All right. So I've kind of put the hollowing out of the mountain project on hold because it requires so many planks. And one thing we don't have right now is so many planks. I'm just going to break down and go ahead and build that warehouse for cattail flower. I want you to be making punch cards, thank you. Cattail flower. How are gears holding up? Not great. Better than planks and such, though. Guess we gotta have some of these. Ah, man, we are out of planks. Wonder if we can delete some of this scaffolding. Not really. Not till I built the stuff that I wanted to build. They can't even reach over here. Of course not. What was I thinking? I think the next step to this was actually to do... Why can't you go over there? Is that too high for you? It is too high for you. Okay, how about I just do this? Then we bring you over here. I should be able to reach most of it. Although that's going to be too high for a path, isn't it? Yep, too high for a path. Okay, so there, and then we do bridges from there. No, that's not even going to work because they need a way to access the bridge. Nope. No, I got it. We can make it work. Not easily. So this actually has to be oofda. This is all to get. Oh, that's still the wrong level. Yeah, because that goes up another. Wow. Just isn't working how I wanted it to. So this way, not going to work out so well. Can I build a path up here? Can. Do I really want to build all of those? Not really. I have to brainstorm how to reach those. I think I found the answer. Yeah, we will do a path there. There's not really a good way to do this, to be honest, unfortunately. Just with what we've been given to work with. So if we put platforms here, then do a little bridge here. Then a little bridge there. And then walk across that. As far as these ones, well, there's work to be done here. That could just be a ladder. I should be able to reach a lot of that. There's already a ladder right here and already platforms right beside it. That should actually be able to reach it all. I think. This one didn't even need to be a ladder. It can just be a platform and it will work just fine. All right, so now we'll be able to build the last section of that to be able to build our maximum height dam. Very oddly shaped, but all right. All right, so this tree farm is good to go. Let's go ahead and start. Ah, this is finally done. That's where pillar was going to go. Let's go ahead and start. I think it's going to be at this height. Yep. Let's start expanding the floor for the next level of the tree farm. Let's go down some layers so we're not dealing with the scaffolding being above us. Okay, that is at the same height. I wanted to double check that. Okay. I'm not talking much. Just not much to say. I'm just building up this next level of the tree farm. Flip this around and we can start doing the back sides of these. Now we just can't have arrows pointing opposite of each other because then they're both going to be waiting for the other one to finish and they'll never get built. Pointing towards each other, perfectly acceptable, however. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. That is the edge of the map, I guess. Makes sense, I suppose. We don't have a pillar there. Okay, or was? I think one of these was technically a pillar, wasn't it? Yeah, the very corner here is supposed to be a pillar. Right like that. This zipline beam isn't useful anymore. Or we missed a pillar, guys. We totally did. This pillar, we missed it. So let's scroll up. It's just 2 in. So it looks like it should have been, yep, right there. So that tree, it's not supposed to be a tree. It's supposed to be a pillar. Hey, some of these logs, over here, they started coming in. So we're actually starting to go up on logs. With that, we could probably turn on another one of these to start going up on planks too. Gears, how are gears looking? They're still steadily going up. We'll take it. I think we can switch one of these printing presses over to punch cards from books because we're at maximum books and going down on punch cards. Paper's holding steady for now. All right, we're doing okay. I think the amount of catalyst that we're needing is eating into our maple pastries because it's eating into our maple syrup. I do think we're going to want the rest of these chestnuts to probably be maples. So let's go ahead and unmark them for planting. Now, why is that a hole? It's not anymore. Okay, so unmarked for planting and marked for cutting. And then after those are all cut, we can unmark them for cutting. Hey, some of these first oaks we planted over here are coming in. That's pretty awesome, actually. So we want these to be maples. And maples. Tapper can reach there. Okay. Yeah, we are running out of maple trees. That is a fact. I think I'm probably gonna unmark these for planting too, and we'll make those not unmark for demolition, unmark for planting. We'll make these maples as well. So we are definitely having issues with the maple syrup when we're trying to keep the catalyst flowing. It's to be expected. There's some adjustment period here. That's fine. What are all these waiting for? Oh, too far from a district center. Oh, we don't have the... Well, that can be fixed. Probably can be fixed. We're going to find out real quick. Okay. Yep, they can be fixed. We just need another piece, another stairs right here to finish off that scaffolding. Yeah, these could have been further apart. Okay, some of them are farther apart like they could have been. So be it. This can all reach everything below it. Hey, this is ready for some maples. It's already a maple. These are already maples? They are. We don't want to cut the maples though. Now we can plant those maple trees. Perfect. We are definitely getting further with our tree farm, so that's pretty awesome. Before I started building this out, I really should have made the pillars taller. Because that would have told me right where everything should have been. Now we got to play that little game of where's the pillar at? It's right there. This one's right here, I think. Yep. This one is right here. Right there. And right there. That's another one. Not my most favorite game, guys. Where the pillar is. Timberborn, I enjoyed Timberborn. Find the pillar, not as much. But at least I have what I think is a decent strategy for figuring out where they are. The scroll wheel to move levels really helps with this. Uh-oh, I think we missed a pillar over here. Yep, so let's scroll up. This maple. It's not supposed to be a maple no more. First, we want to unmark it for planting. Mark it for cutting. I think this was a maple before this was going to be a vertical tree farm, so it's not really a mistake, just something we haven't fixed yet is what I think happened. How are we doing on dirt? Is that going down a little, not much? Our bots haven't been going up very much, though. Yeah, it just is what it is. Paper is crashing, though. Paper is crashing. Okay, a paper mill is one of those small ones. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we'll put them, two of them right there. I think that'll be good. Punch cards are still going down. They're going down, up, down, up. We definitely need more paper, though. No doubt about that. Planks. Planks aren't doing the best. Gears? Gears are doing okay. Sure, we'll just have a normal beaver work in that. Okay, what's going on with our scaffolding here? Just taking a while? Too far? No, we forgot a set of paths. Okay. And now we could always expand the vertical tree farm part. We could go over here too. And that might be something we have to consider. But we can go quite a bit higher here too. Remember, dirt can stack all the way up to this level. So there's going to come a point where this scaffolding ain't going to cut it. Probably only get one more layer, to be honest. This might be the last layer we can actually get. We'll see. Now, I think if we were to continue this pattern, 5 over, one of these should also be this one right here? No, this one. Right? No. This one should be a pillar. Yeah, because then that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in between. So this one should be a pillar. If we wanted to go higher here, which I do. We are going to have to figure out for this next level a different irrigation. We're going to have to make another irrigation pond because this one's no longer going to cut it. But if we put one up here, it will drop it all the way down too. So there's that. Just something to keep in mind that we're going to need another irrigation pond. These two are too far apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why can this not be built? Oh, this would have been built by the one that would be over here. Okay, that makes total sense, actually. I don't like being confused. I like to understand why stuff isn't working because that helps me prevent it and adjust my strategies for the future. Scroll down. See this level? Yep, it's that level. That should be just fine to build like that. No, it won't. This one, well, this one can be built and then that one. Okay, yeah, it will work eventually. It's just not going to be very good. It's fine. It's fine. Does look like we can get more maples down here in some of these spots. This one needs to be cut. Well, it's not marked for cutting. We need it to be. And we need these two to be maples. And we need to make sure that isn't marked for cutting. Okay. Looking good. I'm happy with how it's looking so far. Now, can we do any... Okay. This chestnut tree actually has to be a pillar as well. I think expanding it further this way is going to be necessary. So let's clear that planting area. And let's scroll down and see where those other pillars are. So we're going to clear the planting area of the pillars. So that's a pillar. That's a pillar. That's a pillar. 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 Ah, that's a problem. We might have to find a new home for that. I don't have to move anything there. Okay. Now let's mark those spots for cutting, actually, too. So now they're no longer for planting. Is that where it is? I think it's right there, actually. Yep. Okay. Whoa, I think I went the wrong way there. Right here? Yeah, there wasn't much else for me to say besides repeating the word pillar over and over again. So I guess that was a thing. Okay, I did already clear that. All right, so let's see what we got for pillars there. We need to go up in layers if I want to make this higher. The problem is we don't have scaffolding for this area yet. A minor inconvenience, but definitely an inconvenience nonetheless. Okay, that one, we're just going to destroy that one. Has way too long to go. And I'm sure expanding this tree farm is probably not the most exciting video footage, but we really need it, guys. We're going to need more logs to keep these bots around. We want to keep the bots around so that our beavers can be lazy bums. Okay, so there's definitely a pillar missing somewhere here, and I think this one that we... Okay, so this spot is also a pillar. So let's go ahead and take that clear planting area. That one, that maple needs to go. That's a pillar. Okay. Now what's the problem over here? Ah, we can't build these ones until the ones behind them are built and they have nothing to support. So if I just clear that, that fix the problem? I think so, because then this can be built. And then that should be able to be built. Yeah, that should fix it just fine. Okay. Well, we're doing good getting this next layer set up. I am definitely glad we got all of this working down here. We're just going to have to figure out what we need to do to get the zip line over here. I'm hoping it can just go right there. I'm pretty sure it will be able to. That shouldn't be an issue. What's positive? Oh, the herbalist. Oh, that doesn't have it either. Oh, we need to turn. We need to. We don't have enough science here, guys. I wanted to be at that even 100K. Needs power to gen. Oh, this large warehouse cannot transfer power. Oh, that might not work there. Well, Let's see. Do we need any... Gears are starting to go down, but we just can unpause them. What else might we need here? You just really don't want to run out of biofuel, so maybe another... We just got to build something here to connect then to there. Sure, it can be a gear workshop for now. Don't think we're going to actually need it to be a gear workshop in the long run. But we can unpause some of these gear workshops, actually. Or at least one. I just noticed this started going down a little bit. And it would be good to build up some. Okay, now that that's built and that these are built, now we have paper coming back in. Paper was going down. We're doing better now. All right, we're going to have to figure out scaffolding for this area. And it's probably going to want to be higher. This might not even be permanent how that's going to be. Because that's not that high up right now. I don't know. Oh. We finished this off yet? Not quite. We haven't finished these. Too far from a district center. That means this isn't connected to a pathway? Where aren't we connected to a pathway? Right there we aren't connected to a pathway. Ah, yes. Okay. Well, I think we just need another platform there, boys and girls. Then they should be able to build all of this. Then we can raise those floodgates up another couple levels and call it good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at our water supplies. That's not cool. Unpause these. Holy guacamole. That wasn't cool at all. Thankfully, we had so much stored up that that wasn't an issue. Whew. That could have been embarrassing. Like, really embarrassing. If we ran out of water and beavers started dying of thirst, oh man. I am putting another large pump down here. And it can be manned by bots. Excuse me. All right. Scaffolding for over here. That's going to be the question, isn't it? Why isn't this built? Waiting for construction behind it to be finished. There shouldn't be any construction behind it. Ah, there is. What is stocked in there right now? Explosives? Okay, fine. We'll make another explosive storage. Just because I can. Doing okay on scrap. Pine resin still going down too, though. Wasn't expecting to still have issues with pine resin. That's actually... The pine resin runs out, then we can't make treated planks, and then we can't get scrap, then we can't make metal. Noted. So yeah, let's go ahead and get more of this area designated for pines. Now, none of these maple trees are sitting around with maple on them, really, right? Okay, that one is, but not for long. The bot's already there. Yeah, he's keeping up just fine. I don't think we need this large pile here, to be honest. Nor this one. Couldn't empty that. So this right here then could just be more pines. Make sure it's not marked for cutting. And that'll be good. And over there, there was a place that we wanted to build a pillar, I do believe. Right here. Right there. That should be a fine pillar. Curious why it won't let me go above that. Maybe... No, that wasn't. I was zoomed in too far. That's all. Well, that's why. Okay, let's try to get... Oh, that's not going to work. I was gonna say, let's try to get the zip line for this level going. So, transportations. The zip line will be able to go there. We just need to do that. Temporarily have that be a super high priority. What? It's obstructed. If we delete that and replace it with zipline beam. Too steep. Oh, we can at least connect that. And now that's getting interesting. Why is that too steep? 54-degree angle. Which apparently doesn't work. Hmm. Maybe I could delete this and then they can just reach over here. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do about that, but we do need to figure it out quickly to get this zipline back connected. Okay. Apparently that will work. That's one of the stupidest things I think I've ever seen, but okay. At least this area is back connected. Oofda. So I do think we want this area down here to be maples. Wait, that's a chestnut. Okay, we don't want that to be cut either. That's a maple that was cut. We didn't want that. Or is that where a pillar is? That might be where a pillar goes. That might be something we want, actually. I knew it. It's a pillar. We wanted that. Okay. Where is the pillar that's supposed to be here? I think it's right on that spot. Yeah, it's right there. So we scroll up. This maple can't be a maple. We have to mark that one for cutting. Then we have to clear its planting area. Hey, what's going on here? Waiting for the construction behind, and what are you waiting for? You have nothing to be connected to. Just like that, that should solve all of those issues. All right, so in the end, we need to figure out the scaffolding for this area. And I think it's just going to have to come from... I don't know if expanding this scaffolding is really the key. I think the scaffolding needs to come from somewhere up here. And then go on further. Or even like at this level, possibly. Because if we want to go higher, it's going to need to come from some other area than this. One thing I noticed, though, this is done. So let's go ahead and delete this these floodgates here, and replace the last bit with levees. Except for the very top. Oh, that's actually directly under it? Well, that's not cool. It's not cool at all. So, yeah, that's a thing. Levee, levee, levee. Build it in that order. And we just need a floodgate on top. Can't be built at that height. Okay, fine. There'll be a dam at top. And they might temporarily need a stair. Because we want this one at highest priority. And then this one and this one at low priorities. Let's see if that works. Oh yeah, so we've pumped a lot of water out of here now since we turned our pumps back on. But, you know, that's what the pumps are meant for, right? We just had planks and logs and stuff sitting down here. Uh-huh. Very interesting. Oh, we are running out of that pine resin. Holy buckets. You know, I was going to have this be more maples. It might need to be pines. Yeah, it might need to be pines. We still have these maples marked for cutting. We don't want that. I think the maple situation will get better once these ones mature. So basically what we accomplished today is getting our reservoir nice and higher. Okay, they built that in the exact wrong order. No, bad. That one can't be built. we're just going to straight up pause that one too. Yeah, because as long as we get these ones built and that one, it'll be good. Then we can unpause this and then put another dam here. So we got our reservoir almost up to the top. There's just a little bit of work here to be done that involves deleting this and some levees right here. I think that was the only spot we had that issue. Kind of looking around right now, and it would appear so. And they should be able to reach all of that from up top here. I think. Don't quote me on it. Yep, they will. Okay, I'm gonna finish that. So yeah, we expanded our reservoir the last little bit, and we got some extra layers on our tree farm, and we're gonna need to keep getting more because look at that, we're already out of logs again. Let's go ahead, pause it, and start moving this debris around so that we can grab it. I really want to send it. Well, actually, let's wait on this operation because I think we're ready to delete these platforms here, so we can move that debris as well. Yeah, there's nothing we need these platforms for, or that for that matter. Okay, so now we can move that all. I don't want them actually building these power shafts. That's why I have it paused. No! What is going on there? What's... Oh, that's supporting... Actually supporting important stuff. Well, I don't like that fact. And I can't put a power shaft down there? Well, I can. But that's not where I want that either. Go there, please. Thank you. Okay. So let's send it all. I don't know, where should we send it all, actually? Somewhere over here. They can reach over there. Yeah, they can reach all along there. So we'll just get it to that side. There we go. Actually risky that I'm holding down shift here. Because I could easily accidentally delete more than I wanted to. Okay, now they should be able to grab all those supplies. And they already have. Wonderful. Yep, we can unpause that. And once that's built, put the last dam right here. Then we don't need all of this scaffolding. That'll give us a lot of planks and stuff. I think I'm safe to place that. Yep. Let's see. You know, we're doing pretty good on planks. I'm going to pause a few of these lumber mills. Just to catch up on logs a little bit more. See how that goes. Yeah. I'm just going to delete it. I don't need to wait for it to be emptied. I do want punch cards here so it's quicker for the beavers to grab some when they need some. Okay, so then the forester here could go right. Not there. But it could go right. Trying to build through this scaffolding. There we go. Could go right there, no problem. And then for the lumberjacks, one could go there. One there, one there. So let's not put one here. That kind of blocks the path, and so does this. We'll do that. I think that should be good. Can that reach all the way over here? Yes, it can. We can pause these for now, though. We're going to need to put our irrigation plot somewhere in here, too. Probably central. Probably right around here, I'm thinking. It's definitely going to need to happen. Because this is not irrigated now that this is dropped lower. Right, some more of these is ready to be placed with pines. Make sure they're not much for cutting. We are over an hour. I think we made good progress today. We're working on solving our wood crisis, and it's going to continue being an issue. And it will continue being an issue until we get a lot more trees planted. Bots take up a lot of trees. It's just how it goes, because each of these limbs requires basically 4 logs that have been processed. 4 logs that's been processed for the heads. If I made it chassis, 5 logs that's been processed. It just takes a lot. And then the punch cards take even more. So it takes a lot of wood. So we just need to keep getting that vertical farm a little bit more, a little higher, get some more trees going. And yeah, we just, one of the next steps is going to be set up more quote unquote proper scaffolding. Probably build up here, then go over here pretty dang high up and go that way. As long as we get above the level that we could put dirt, then the scaffolding will be high enough. Okay. If you watched this whole episode, thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this. I think we are utilizing this cliffside map very well. Hopefully we can keep doing that. I'm just trying to solve our wood crisis, and then we can start hollowing this mountain out again. All right. Thank you again for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.